welcome. My name is Denise. I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and I'm about to ship some stuff out. I sold 6 things in like the past 48 hours that I'm going to talk about and ship out first. And then the second batch of items that I'm shipping out, I sold live. So this is the first item I sold. I'm going to get right into it. These are a pair of Freebird by Steven boots. Let me talk about how much these sold for. These sold to an offer that automatically went out from my closet for $93. I was just noticing how the straps seem to be like different in length. The lacing of the leather in the back, which I find interesting. I'm like, do I trim them? Do I not trim them? Are they because they're a different width? Oh, it's kind of like a slippery slope. I feel like I don't really want to trim them, but I also feel like it's a little bit awkward. So I think I'm going to be wild and I'm just kind of going to go for it. Trimmed. Because I think if I didn't trim them, it would feel weird that one of them had over 10 inches longer of leather than the other side. So these are a size 6 boot. I know they're gonna fit in a medium box, and I'm just gonna gently fold over the top of the leather. I'm not gonna ship them in a long box, although I'm thinking recycling just came today. I was like, actually, I do have a longer rectangular box, but no, I'm not. So, of the items that I sold that were not a part of my live show, I'm gonna do that kind of as I'm shipping, but as part 2 separated for the people who aren't interested in seeing things about live show numbers. I totally respect that and get that, so I'm just gonna split it up. Things have been, you know, I feel like kind of slow, like $100 a day kind of vibe when I'm not doing a live show. And I really, and honestly, I'm okay with it. On Friday night, I went to a Rockies game. My daughter actually performed at the Rockies game, and I caught a baseball at the Rockies game, which was super exciting to me. I'm just gonna quickly check the zipper on this. You know, these have been in storage for a little while, and I just want to like make sure that everything is in good functioning order with these boots. Considering I sold them for $94, they're all in great shape, as you would expect. I love picking up Freebird. I really, really do. These boots were a size 6 and took, I would say, as far as Freebird is concerned, some time to sell. I feel like they took a little bit longer to sell than the majority of Freebird that I have in my closet. That is more of like a size 8, a size 9, even a size 7. So just kind of proceed with caution when you find any Freebird that is on, you know, the smaller side. They will sell eventually, and $94, of course, is a great price. But if you're looking to move things quickly, for me, size was a factor. One of them, I'm going to tell you about a closet clear out strategy that I use to help get the sale when I get to the item, just to help you sort of open up your strategies and have more things in your toolbox to help you sell items for a higher price point. I sold these for $25. Now these are Beak flip-flops, and let me show you. That's the Beak logo. And this is what it looks like on the bottom of Beaks. They're usually rubber and they're leather on top with these rivets. I have picked up 2 pairs of Beak sandals, and I didn't really know very much about them until I picked up my very first pair. It turns out that the ones that I picked up were a size 10, and I'm a size 10, so I decided to just hold on to that first pair. Now these, just to kind of give you some insight, These I sold for $25. The other ones I had in my closet for like $130 before I decided to keep them. They sell for upwards of $200. They're leather, they have rivets, they're very well constructed. These had a lot of, the light leather really does show pretty quickly any kind of sort of dirt marks on the sole of it, or just general wear as dark spots on the sole. So I decided to go for it. I took Dawn dish soap. I took a hard bristle brush and I just scrubbed. I didn't run a lot of water on them. I just gave it enough water to sort of wet the surface. And you would not believe how much of the dirt I released from the surface. I then put them out on my front porch to dry, and the leather actually didn't get hard. The leather stayed kind of soft, so I was impressed. I've done that before to Birkenstocks that really had a lot of wear looking to them, and so yeah, I don't know. It felt like taking a little risk. I only paid $3.99 for them, and I decided, look, in this condition, I'm not going to get a lot of money for them. I thought 20 bucks would be great, and someone bought them straight out of my closet for 25. I think just recognizing I wasn't going to send offers on them. I wasn't going to accept offers on them if they were sitting for a while. Those sold at that price point, $25 in that condition in one day. The day after I listed them, they sold. Trying not to think about it, but the address on that shipping label is for a man. Anyhow, the next item I sold is an Arata Silent Journey Philippa kimono. It is a size extra small. I held an anthropology live show today, and this was in my tray for the live show, but it actually sold before my live show. Now I want to show you something about this brand and tell you a funny. Here's the label. So Arata Silent Journey. Now take a close look at that J. It kind of looks like a G, right? Well, it's Journey. Journey. Truth be told, left a Facebook resellers group because the people were so generally uneducated about reselling and brands. You don't actually have to be a genius to be successful as a reseller and to use things like Google to help you figure out what you are potentially going to source or what you sourced. Why did I leave a Facebook group? Well, this is why. People kept asking. I mean, like, an odd amount of people would source this brand and be like, does anyone know anything about Arata Silent Journey? And thinking it was a G because that's how the font looks. And I would say the brand is actually Silent Journey with a J. It's just the brand's font. And the person would say, no, it's a G. I mean, I'm telling you, like 3 times this happened. No, it's a G. I'm like, okay. Well, you Google Journey, Gourney, or you Google Journey as the name with the item and see what comes up. I said to myself, I don't have time to be educating people who are just so darn ridiculous and stubborn, and I could insert some words here, but I'm going to choose not to. But I was just like, I can't do this. I cannot change diapers for grown women who just don't have a clue and aren't interested in really expanding their knowledge base and understanding what they're selling. So they probably lost out on a lot of money as well, simply by not educating themselves and determining what the true value was of the item that they were selling. This item sold for $46, okay? $46 for just that short style open kimono top. Very happy with that because live today, I was trying to get rid of items that had been sitting in my closet, so I was selling them for $10, $15. I did make a $55 sale, but for the most part, the item I sold is a fish tank top. Fish is a band. I bought this. It's a 2016 tank. And actually, I might have gotten this one at the bins. Take that back. This one was from the bins. I own this one. And my daughters also own this one. So I have sold this one before. That was my daughter's. But yeah, I found this once at the bins. 2016 fish tank top, sold for $41. Offer to liker. That was the offer that I sent out. Fish does tour in the summer, so it usually heats up to sell their items. People like to wear fish merch to shows, and this one was from 2016, so you kind of feel like you have a little cred when you go to the show if you wear a shirt from 2016. I made a same-day sale today. I posted something that sold just this morning, so I'm pretty excited about that. That item is coming next. I sold 2, 4, 6. I sold to 7 people during my live show today, but I sold a total of 20 items. So 6 people, 20 items, had a few bundlers. Had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bundlers. I had one little bidding war today, so that was exciting. Next up, very odd, very odd. I anticipated this would just sit. These are Playmobil, which is play sets designed in Germany that are toys for kids. This Playmobil set I got at the bins because I am one of those people that is like, leave no, Playmobil behind. I pick up random Lego. I posted some Lego pieces that I picked up today. And so let's see, this is gonna go in a padded envelope. I think it'll be safe in a padded envelope. I might just wrap it in one layer of bubble wrap to be certain. I didn't really think that one through, or I would have prepped for it. So I posted this today, and this set is actually a nativity set. I think it's still available, but not, it's fairly cheap on Amazon to buy it brand new, like maybe $25, $30. I listed 2 sets together because it had the 3 Wise Kings as well. So the 3 Wise Kings is one set, and then there's a nativity set. I only had all of the pieces, and I sold all of it today for $23. I had it posted for $28. Hopefully this makes the person happy. Hopefully it makes a child happy. It makes me happy that it sold so fast and I don't have to store it. Okay, and now the last item that I sold, kind of closer to full price, non-live sale pricing, are these Hoka sneakers. I have a little story about these Hokas that I would like to share. So I had these Hokas, where are these Hokas? I had these in my closet, I want to say for $78. They are in really great condition. They look great. They're very clean. And I had them in my closet for $78. The buyer sent me an offer for, I think, $50. So $78, offer for $50. I counter offered, because I'm working on that, with $60. So $78, I counter offered $60. So my auto offer would have been closer to like $66 on these. And that's kind of what I felt like was my lowest, was $60 because of the condition. Sometimes I have Hokas that are not in great condition and I absolutely price them accordingly. I don't treat all Hokas the same, but these were in good condition. They're an 8.5. So the buyer came back and from the $50 offer and offered me $55. And I declined because I wanted $60, and that's just really what I wanted. So I said no. That was what my bottom was, and she kind of got the message that that's what my bottom was. But this is what I did. It was Sunday. I just simply sent the buyer a message, and I said, hey, I said, thank you so much for your offers on the Hokas. It's closet clear out. I can drop the listing price to $60 from $78, and Poshmark will offer you discounted shipping, which is gonna put you all in pretty close to $55 with $8 shipping. So I didn't do the math on it, but $60 with $4.99 is not much different than $55 with $8. It's $1 or $2, and it's a bigger difference for me. It's $5 more, $4 more profit, and I was really looking to get more like $70 for the shoes. So I compromised with $60, and she said, yeah, drop the price. That works for me. So there you go, guys. There's a little negotiation. That's an easy way to kind of find a middle ground. Not always have to just lose out on profits because you want to sell an item and accept an offer and you aren't quite meeting, but you're pretty close. Now, if she had offered me 40 and I offered her 60, we may not have come to a spot that I thought she would have accepted. So because we were at that 50 to 55 range and I really wanted 60, that's why that worked, and I was happy to have gone for that. Share this. I sold 6 items, the 6 items I just showed you, for $288. That turned out to be a $48 ASP. If you aren't interested to see what I sold live, then this is a good place to stop the video. I appreciate you watching to this point. If you want to stick along and see how live sales have been going for me, I welcome you to stay, see what kind of bundles, what numbers I'm selling at, and how my total ASP looks for this like 48-hour period of sales. Okay. During my live show today, I kind of themed the show Anthropology, and admittedly, kind of like my Free People show last week, I had some what I would consider to be kind of dead weight brands. That a brand like Anthropology, if you can find current pieces within the last couple of years, extended sizes, size large, extra large, 2X, 3X, those items are going to move fairly quickly in your closet. When I first started reselling, I would pick up extra small anthro. I would be excited to find anthro, and even if I just like find something at the bins, I typically will pick up certain labels of Anthropology. And as I am actually wearing a Jen's Pirate Booty top that I got on a Posh Live, and I'm wearing my Citizens of Humanity horseshoe jeans. I do have a bodysuit on because this is a petite top, and well, shockingly, Miss 5'11" does not consider herself to be petite. So anyway, back to this show. I was able to really sell some pieces, granted at a low price, to get them to move out of my closet, and I'm just going to kind of talk about that. The first shirt that I sold in this bundle is a Tucker silk blouse. So it was $16. Now this I think would have sold for closer to $40 if I just sat on it for a little bit longer. It is not an Anthro brand, but I decided to pull it in because it just kind of had that boho vibe look to it. It's really quite pretty, but I had the opportunity to sell it, so I sold it today for $16. I've had this Point Sir J. Crew top in my closet for, my gosh, you guys, at least 2 years. Point Sir is a brand, a label under the J. Crew umbrella. They try to call it like a higher end brand. I thought this was really cute. I thought it checked a lot of boxes, but honestly had close to no interest in my closet. I had dropped the price to $12 multiple times for closet clear out and it never sold. So I sold it today for $10. And then I happened to have a few shirts that I didn't want to post in my closet. And those shirts were actually like Club Monaco, Point Sir, J. Crew, and a mango shirt. I sold 4 shirts in the same size range. They all had the same pit to pit for $16. So this entire bundle that I am sending out to someone, it sold for $42 for all of these shirts, which, let me just come out and say it, I'm happy about that. And these are off to their new home in California. And one of the things I talked about today in my live show was people making mention in another live show that I was at about resellers buying from them in a live show. Now for me, as a reseller, I do shop live shows. I don't necessarily shop through the lens of buying something because I want to resell it. Now it turns out I resold a few pieces today that I had bought live because they didn't work for me, not because I bought them to resell them. I said in my live show today, and I firmly believe this, when I sell an item, I have no attachment to where it is going to wind up. And if that means the person wants to resell the item, I don't really have any issues with that. I don't know why people would feel disappointed that they were selling to someone who wanted to resell the item. I don't know. One of my best selling items today, I just bought live and it didn't work for me. So why would I keep it? I think the majority of people that I buy from, they understand that. If it doesn't work for you, sell it, girl. I mean, we have the platform. I'm doing the work. Most of the time, I'm not making money on it. Ironically, today, I did sell a piece that I made money on, which surprised me, and I will get into that. So yeah, I sold 6 shirts for $42, but 4 of them have been sitting on my rack. They were unlisted, and I was just able to sell all 4 at once and be done with it. I felt really happy to have that moment where I could just kind of let it go. Zen. So if you want to know my numbers for today, I sold 20 items today, and I sold 20 items for $364 live, which leaves me with an $18.20 average sales price per item. And I think that's pretty good considering that I sold a lot of items for the $10 to $12 price point. And you will just kind of see the types of items that I let go for that price. I recently just opened up my short sleeve shirt bin, and I am shocked with how empty it looks. And it's partially because of my sale last week where I sold 30 pieces, and then this week where I sold 20 pieces, mainly tops and blouses. Like, holy moly. I sold a bundle of 5 items for $74. This woman was so sweet, and she bought a lot of good stuff from me. I sold her a 3 dots double gauze cotton dress. I'm not going to open it because I folded it really nice. I just washed this, so it smells so lovely. After my live show, before I shipped it out, I washed it. I sold her an Anthropologie Akimi and Kin ruffle shirt. It's like a t-shirt on top and it's a little bit of a poplin on the bottom look. I sold her a Free People top that didn't sell in my show last week that has really cute fun sleeves. I sold that to her for $15, so that one was just a little bit more. I'm seeing some marks on the front of this, but I'm just gonna pretend like I don't see it. I'm just gonna let it go. I sold her a J. Crew cotton tunic pullover for $12. Very cute. I had all of these shirts on during the show. And then I also sold her a pair of cotton stretch joggers that were driftwood that have the embroidery down the side. So everything in this bundle, all 5 pieces, sold for a total of $74. The item I had added most recently to my closet was these driftwood pants, and I sourced them on Poshmark with my balance for $10. I created a bundle. I came across a closet one day and she had some Lululemon items priced at $10 that I wanted to source. So I picked up some stuff from her. But the other Anthropologie items I really had been sitting on. And so I was happy to kind of let them go for that price. This is a large shipping box and I am going to be filling this box with these items. Do need to put a thank you. I had a return buyer from last week, so I wrote her a thank you card already that I will be putting in her order. And like I said, I do think out of this bundle, the driftwood pants probably would have sold in that price point of like $40. But guess what? Selling them for $22 and moving them along is just as good to me. I didn't make a huge profit on that, but during live shows, I bring in items that I'm okay with, quote unquote, not making a huge profit on. Like, I'm actually okay with what they sold for. If I really wanted $48, $50, $40 for these pants, I just simply wouldn't have brought them into the show. I wanted to have some items that appeal to a variety of sizes, and since those were 1X, I decided to pull them into my closet. This next bundle, this buyer was adorable. She bought, this was my highest selling priced item at the show today. I sold a dress for $55, and simultaneously when I sold this dress, I'm going to show it to you, I had someone who was sending me $40 offers for the shirt or for the dress, and I had it in my closet for close to $98. So Anthropologie size extra large pieces that are current. This is on their website, and this is a Maeve piece. Actually, I think it went through the clearance process. This is a Maeve maxi dress. It's an extra large. It's in really lovely condition. I am selling Anthropologie pieces now. Some of them for $60, $68. I wanted $68 for this dress, but since I was selling it live, I knew that I needed to be a little bit more flexible. I knew that there was a person wanting this dress if I decided to not, if I didn't sell it at the show. There was a person interested in this dress. Now, she was off the mark a little bit. She offered me $40, and I had it in my closet for $98. So odds aren't good I'm gonna sell you something for $40 that's in my closet for $98 if it's not in a live show situation, generally speaking. So that woman actually came into my live show and asked about the dress, and I told her, I'm sorry, it's already sold. So it had for $55. I also sold a daily practice hoodie for $12. This is an extra large, super cute. This was not listed yet. And then I sold this gauze cotton button down for $12. I've had this in my closet for about a year. Maybe closer to 10 months. And this was new with tags. I bought it at a thrift store that does not mark up items that are new with tags. And I know I bought it on a day that it was half price. So I paid $2.99 for that shirt and I sold it for $12. And hopefully I have a new customer who will come back to my shows regularly. I am enjoying branching out from just selling Lululemon. I'm a little low in my inventory for Lululemon to host a Lululemon show. It would have to be like Lululemon Athleta combined. I typically have just straight up Lululemon shows, so I'm a little low. I'm a little low on Free People inventory, so I'm trying really hard. Guys, I'm so close to almost being through my rack of stuff that I've had hanging there, which is stuff our family sorted out, stuff I've sourced, some stuff that I got at the bins that I just wasn't as inspired to post, but I did want to pick up. So I've been working hard to kind of really conquer that and not go out shopping. So I sold those 3 pieces for $79. The next bundle I sold was a buyer that I mentioned was someone who has bought from me before. She's really quite sweet. You know, I purchased this top item in a sale at Anthropologie. I picked one up for in a size small, and I picked one up in a size medium. The brand is Ronagil, and it's a $190 dress. I sold it live today for $25 because I really just wanted it to go. I wanted it gone. And the next item that she purchased from me was a pair of Urban Outfitters wide leg pants. I sold them for $15. And then she bought a pair of jeans from me for $25. So all in, this bundle was $65. Now on this dress, basically, as we all know, Anthropologie will have these moments where they'll have 50% off of their markdown. Sometimes they have 75% off their items that are marked down. And I picked up these dresses when they were having a deep discounted sale. I picked up the medium for myself. I didn't just go in through the lens of wanting to resell these items. And I picked up a small and I thought, okay, I could resell this and then it'll take care of the cost of the dress for me, and I'll, you know, pass the great deal along to someone else. It didn't quite work out that way. They've been in my closet for 2 years. It's really oversaturated sometimes when Anthropologie has items left over and there's a whole bunch of them on the rack. It's not a good thing to pick them up to resell. As it turns out, it's not a good thing. And so 2 years later, I'm selling these for $25. I'm making my money back, but my goodness, not a great investment. Not as good as just going out thrifting and finding pieces, unfortunately. I think because of this experience, I source in a different way. And I think that's just natural. You just kind of retail arbitrage, right? That's what people call it. You sort of learn from your experiences. And for me, I learned that it's not always great to be trying to source from the clearance racks, even though stuff may be really nice and cool. $190 dress. 2 years later, I sold for $25. Not my favorite profit margin. Likewise, the maxi dress that I picked up maybe 2 weeks ago in a size extra large, I sold for $55 and I paid $8 for it. So that's the type of profit margin I'm looking at, and I don't want to be sitting on items for 2 years. That was the driving force behind this live show today. I really wanted to move these items. They're older. They don't have any traction. I get a few likes on them, and they're just not really going to sell for that great of a price point in my closet. I'm gonna kind of do a little smushy here. Gentle, gentle. Really, there's a big letting go sometimes when you have live shows and you're able to sell items that you picked up that weren't really a great deal. I love the quick turnaround, the higher price point to sell things. And so, yeah, going to a new home, more importantly. Now the Pilcrow jeans that she picked up, I've only had for a couple of months. I do really like picking up Pilcrow jeans. They were a modern version Pilcrow jean, and the Urban Outfitters pants I picked up on a live show. I have a bundle of $68 for 4 items. So I have in this bundle a Banana Republic maxi skirt that had some discoloration to it, but it's vintage and it's really so adorable and cute. I have a pair, I sold this for $10 because it has like yellowing to it. It's really kind of hard to see, but it exists. So I always tell people, it's hard to see this, but I see it. I want you to know about it. I sold a pair of Abercrombie jeans, the 80s mom high rise, size 33 for $28. She asked me to pull those from my closet. I had them in my closet for $68, so I sold them to her live for $28 because she had already purchased these items. I also sold her a Crabtree and Evelyn, like kind of quilted looking blazer. Now vintage Crabtree and Evelyn, a lot of the times they made pieces that were more like robes and nighties and stuff like that. So I think this may have been a part of more of like an evening wear set, but I wore it and I bought this on Posh. So for me, it's just kind of a wash. I wasn't wearing it, so I decided to pass it along. I also sold this Anthropologie, and I recently sourced this Delita top suite, and I sold that to her for $12. So that was her bundle vibe. I feel like we very much are on the same style page when I saw the items that she picked up. Okay, I had a little bidding war. Yay! Like, is that not the sign that you have arrived as a reseller if you have a bidding war? Ironically enough, I had bought this top and this dress live. I paid $8 for this dress live. It's a maxi dress that's 60 inches. It's absolutely stunning and lovely. And I got it. I didn't love the fit of it on me. And what I did was I put it on the hanger at the show today. And I didn't even list it, but I felt like it had anthro vibes. I thought it was super cute. I thought I would pull it in. So I bought it for $8. I was starting things at $10 to $12 for a Zara piece. I thought, okay, I'm gonna start this at $10. It went all the way up to $28, guys. $28. It sold, like, I had no bidding wars on any Anthropologie items, and here I am with a bidding war on this Zara maxi dress. If I could only predict what types of Zara pieces would absolutely sell, I would be picking them up all the time. I pass on Zara so much, but they really have pieces that people love. And this just happened to be a piece that this person decided that they really wanted. And I was thrilled because I didn't even list it. I just took it out of the box yesterday. I got this and this in the mail. So a day of a turnaround and a profit to boot. It almost helped pay for this shirt as well. Of course I use my balance, but I'm just saying, like, wow, so excited. I look forward to the day when multiple people will be bidding on items in my closet. I get these little tastes of it like once a show with a piece or 2 pieces. So it is fun to see it kind of unfold right before my very eyes when I'm usually never one. What happens in my live shows is I start it and I'm happy if one person bids and buys it. The last piece I sold was just $8. This was live. This was a Venite ball top. My live show today, my ASP was $18.20, which I had mentioned. What I also want to talk about is if you are to just look at my total sales of what I shipped out in this entire video, my ASP was actually $25. So $48 for 6 items, $18 for 20 items, And when you put that all together, you get $25 ASP. Now, after Posh fees, that's a profit to me of $20 before my cost of goods, before any cost of goods. So 26 items, $20 profit, backing out my cost of goods. Happy with that. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love for you to subscribe. I will be back with more reseller content, helping you grow your business, sharing what's working for me. I appreciate all of you. Take care, everyone.